Hey there, everyone. It's that mustache that you listen to sometimes. The bar was not big enough to put all of it on there. I just want to go ahead and tell all of you that, struggling to find the tab, don't worry, uh, that you should head on over to Myth Connections, because it's the card game that invites you to flirt and frolic with your favorite mythological beings. This isn't just any card game, it's a playful romp through a world where mermaids, centaurs, and fawns are ready to turn up the heat and get those hearts racing. If you got any more of those, plug them down in the chat. I'll get Opti to throw them in the game. Otherwise, you may notice the bags underneath my eyes. That is because we've all been putting a lot of hard work into Frostpunk, the role-playing game Kickstarter, which has just come out today. Bear the cold with us. Uh, it, the project launched today, and we are so excited. It's already hit its funding goal. Go on over there and go check it out. But without any further ado, let's play some Emerald Glitch.
Hey everybody, we're gonna shift out of our previous narrative a bit because it dealt with a character death, uh, and I don't feel like going there tonight. Plus, we also have plus Tara is missing, and they were a huge part of. They're going to be a huge part of the reaction to it, so I wanted them with us when we do it. So I came up with this called Something Silly. And I'm just gonna hop right into it um, without any ado. Okay, you all appear, well, when your eyes open, you realize you are in a gray hallway, gray steel hallway, uh, square. It's about ceiling's about 12 feet tall. The hallway itself is about 12 feet wide. Or okay, I'll metric size it. 3 meters tall and 3 meters wide.
I immediately don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't care. That fits. If you haven't figured out how to do metric to estimations by now, I don't know what to say. Anyways, the so yes, you appear in here and you realize, Tank, you realize that your mouth is open and you're screaming at a drone, a wheeled drone that's on the floor. And it turns around and takes off.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder at I feel like I'm screaming, but am I actually screaming? Can I hear myself screaming?
Yes. Yep. After a second, cool. You realize that you were actually screaming.
So like in fear of the drone, or like, oh my gosh,
no, felt like anger.
Anger.
Yes, felt like anger.
All right, I look around me, and do I see anyone else in here with me?
You see a gentleman in gray robes with strange glasses on. You see Buck, but he's not wearing his normal clothes.
At least he's wearing clothes, which is normal.
Yes, he is wearing clothes. His pants have this weird red stripe down them, down the side, one of the sides, and he's wearing a hip holster, which isn't normal for him.
He's going to a costume party of some type. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They
"Did
are
you
they are in fact tearaway pants.
I will look, ignoring the person who is in the gray robes. I just look at Buck and be like, "Do you see that?"
I have learned to stop questioning myself whenever we hang out for too long.
That's fair. Like, it hit my foot, I think. It was like a momentary pause in reality or something. I don't know. I'm gonna look around for a moment and see where the drone went off to.
It took off down the hallway and around a corner.
Do I have a sidearm?
No.
No. Do I have a
Nope.
club?
No, you have a crossbow.
A crossbow.
Yes.
Cool.
You have a crossbow?
Do archery skills transfer to
Yes.
like from crossbow?
All your
Okay.
skills are
Oh,
still.
I just meant like
still
in
there.
real life, as far as like firing a bow to firing a crossbow. I don't
Yep.
know.
Athletics
Yeah.
follows both of those. It's great. It's kind of silly that like that.
Fair enough.
It's like shooting a bow or a crossbow is the same as throwing a grenade. All right. What are we here for?
We are here to shut down the system.
Cool.
Fair. I mean, as Shadowrunner, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, down with the system, boo, absolutely. But like, what?
What he said. I'm gonna walk over and start touching a wall.
It feels cool to the touch, but not uncomfortably cool.
Thanks is going to become very tactile with a few things nearby, i.e. he's going to start picking stuff up off the floor, touching things, because that's what he does.
I think, Tank, that we should check the rooms to see if we can find some way to shut the system down.
Oh, okay, all right. Just like a little TV drama, Buck is going to immediately squat down, perch, take his gun out of his holster, and like do the whole police stance and start like rotating around, as if he's doing something by doing that, but clearly not. Into the rooms.
Do not worry.
Yeah,
Nothing
there
here can harm you but your mind.
is you're on a hallway and there are indents in the wall, but you don't see any door handles. But there's mag locks right next to the things.
The indents.
The indents, yeah. You're thinking they look enough like mag locks, they probably are.
Sure, right?
And I'm gonna reach out towards Buck. May I? Looking at the gun.
If it weren't for the glasses, man, but... And I look over at Tank, who's still armed, and just go, all right, here you go, man.
And I will quickly check the chamber. Is it loaded with anything but a non-lethal round?
No. There is no chamber per se, but the blaster is set on stun.
I'll hand it back to him.
Thanks, I think.
We would want to do no harm. It will only cause to make it mad.
Make what, man?
System.
Okay.
Okay. I walk up into the first maglock. If there's any buttons to interact with, I begin pushing them in no particular manner. If there are
You
no
put
buttons,
you put your hand on it and it opens up. It opens up in this, just slides to the side, this swoosh sound.
Captain Store style, it slides into the wall.
Yep, slides into the wall. And you see, people in there.
I look to Buck and the new person. The tower! And I'm going to slide into the room.
Okay, well, they hear the door open up and they're both looking at you. Who are you? Give me your authorization number.
5.
And I'm 6. I'm 6.
They're raising up what look like some kind of carbines.
I reach my hand out to the little maglock and wave it again.
Doesn't do anything.
Looks like these guys don't like me. Hey, I'm new here. They haven't. I just processed in. I'm looking for the bathroom, little boy's room. Dono Ito.
Authorization number.
I
Wave hand again over the maglock. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm remembering it.
what was?
Think of something.
They're aiming.
Had we both funneled in by this point? I mean, I Buck would have. Have we all funneled in? Like, did we all funnel in after Tank?
Or did the door just open up and they stopped us?
The door
right
just opened up. Yeah, the door just opened up and they turned around and were looking at you.
Okay, so we haven't walked in.
I'm gonna
You haven't walked in.
walk to where I can see in the room.
Okay.
Do I see a computer of any sort?
Yes. Yep, there is a console in there.
1 second. I will give you our numbers. And at that point, I am going to activate my complex form of editor to where I don't need any type of specific level of permission to access an edited file. And I'm looking for the security file. I'm just going to read off some random guys and numbers in here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your roll for your complex form.
Okay. If I remember correctly, it is electronics plus resonance.
Yes.
And I have a data structure that gives me +6 dice. Electronics, is it going to be software?
Yes.
14, 30, or 20 dice. It's ridiculous how many dice they can get. It doesn't even go to 20. So I'll just type it in. My apologies, I'm still setting up the character. I think it's /roll.
Yes, it's /roll.
3d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No ones.
11?
That is for the editor, so that just enables me to access it now. That's not me actually accessing. And then I have to resist fade because I did the data structure. I think I got this one correct. That I resist my fade with. And fade value is 3, because that is half of the structure's thing. 1, 2, I actually take a wound. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 edge and bump that 4 to a 5 and resist all fade.
Okay.
And now to find the file. Let me check my data structures real quick.
I'm so imagining the conversation that is just like just
Well,
tank and bug.
The only thing he said is, "Let me check the file," and that's all. That's all he said after that.
Oh yeah, so I like it is just like Buck and Tank like going back and forth like. Do you know this guy?
This happens instantaneously.
Oh, okay.
What he's doing right now, it's pretty much just.
It's one major action.
Yeah.
Oh, and a minor for the editor.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's okay. So you can do an edit file action, regardless of anything else, but it's still. That file is still resisted by firewall, intuition firewall. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then I will take names off of it with their security numbers, and I will introduce Tank. This is Sergeant Berkeley, authorization code 5 Alpha 696. This is Lieutenant Henry, authorization code 79XQX. And I'm Corporal Smithers, authorization code SPD.
Well, what are you doing out of uniform?
Off
Jack?
duty.
Okay. Give me. Well, yeah, I'll give you that. You had enough hits. You grabbed some that were off duty. Then go to your quarters. Just don't be hanging around the hall. You don't want to get caught.
Very well. I'll step back from the door.
Okay. These guys are getting weirder and weirder. They keep bringing in. Makes you wonder what's happened to the training academy.
I'm gonna wave my hand by the maglock thingy and go.
What kind of system do you think this is?
The touchy-feely kind.
I don't recall that one.
You
And I start walking down the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna wave by to the other guys. Come on, Lieutenant Henry.
Why, thank you. And I've already lost. All I remember is Smithers now.
Sergeant Berkeley. Get it right. And when there's that moment where the Buck pauses, like, and I say, Sergeant Berkeley. I'm a sergeant. I outrank you.
Oh, they just can't pay. I would have had your position. Just like kind of like shoving and just like trying to keep up any kind of act.
All right, so if we're moving away from this door, and it looks like there's more of these alcoves with maglock responders to it, I'm going to turn and look to Corporal Smithers, SPFRD. That's exactly how you said it. All right, Corporal Smithers, SPFRD. Where would we need to go to shut it all down?
I don't know.
Were you able to?
That's why we're here.
Did you figure anything out from your download? Whenever you were checking everything, what are we trying to? How are we going to calm the system? Sorry?
The algorithm that seeks enlightenment can only find it in the persistent loop.
I give a nod. All right, but that loop has a place of start and stop, and so it has to be somewhere. Like, because for Tag, mystical brouhaha, to him it just like slides in, slides out. Like, okay, this makes complete utter sense.
Right.
All right, Lieutenant, we gotta find the on-off switch.
Being that the system seems to want to present that of a military installation, the nature of shutting down the system would be the nature of shutting down the installation.
Look, turns over, still like trying to pretend to be lieutenant, just standing straight, and just goes, oh yeah, no, I am a lieutenant. And just goes, yes, Alt 4.
I don't think that would work here.
Oh,
Continue to walk.
even if you pressed F4 and walking, just mimicking exactly the way that you're walking.
I would assume that it would be some sort of power grid.
Do we see any conduits, AC ducting, or any kind of signs of civil construction revolving around the building that would indicate that, like, where stuff is at? Like, are there ceiling tiles that can be moved and looked into the ceiling to see if we can find power conduits?
There aren't ceiling tiles per se. There are panels around that can be removed, but there's no conduits or anything like that. But there's no real ceiling tiles. The ceiling doesn't look that much different than the walls do.
Okay. Since Tech has some skill in understanding of engineering for the purpose of like shutting power down and that, so we should be able to discern like what the value is this area. We saw those people in a room near a terminal. So would you say that they were in their bunk, their quarters? Was it a mess hall? What was the purpose? What looked like the purpose of their room?
It looked like they were monitoring systems.
So there might be a security of some type. So this
Might
might
have been,
not be,
yes.
so we might not be in the right area for the purpose of shutting everything down.
Yep.
So we're going to need Tank's going to, as we're walking, be like, hey, we need a map. That's what we need. We need a map.
Can I do a browse to see if I can find like one of those, either a terminal that would have a map file on it, or
yeah, being as you're with your powers, you can actually use your abilities to interact with the environment to a certain extent, kind of like it's magic,
Right.
pulling down, what's what to intuit what's happening.
This is a matrix perception, isn't it? Electronic
Yes.
intuition.
Yep.
So I will not get bonus dice from my structures. Did I buy a structure for this? Phase shifter? Yes, I did. Oracle. Perfect. So I will get a bonus. And this is electronics, which is 6. Software still applying. Tuition 5. That's 11.
Yes.
13, 18 dice. 5 successes. Thank you for the shortcut. Much better.
Oh. Oops. Okay. Alrighty, it's not what I want. All right. Oh,
Ooh. Oh, dang you.
hey. Nothing.
It's
I
good.
rolled
It's good.
10 dice and get 5 successes. I mean,
That's
it's
good. All right. I've already spent 2 edge, right? Let's spend 2 more to find this because we do need to get this map because we have several places to go.
yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend another 2. So I'm
Okay.
down to edge, or down to 2 edge left to bump mine to 6.
Okay, to bump yours to 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this facility,
Oracle gives me 1 back.
it looks like you've got a path to it. Yeah, you've got a path to it. The yeah, with 6 dice. Yeah, you've got a path to the location, the central power setup for the simulation.
It's this way. Down this hall. If you see stairs, I caution you. Going down them will probably get you lost. We do not want to go to the foundation of this building.
Okay.
I don't.
And, he continues to walk.
Yep.
Tank, I do not know what you gave me, but I think it's expired.
Who said I gave you anything? I think you gave me something.
You know, that is perfectly possible. But that doesn't solve any of our problems.
Follow
Okay.
after the mystical
Yes.
Corporal Smithers.
Yep. Okay. As you go through, everybody give me. Well, you just walking like you own the place, or are you trying to remain a little stealthy?
Remain stealthy because my Tank's interpretation of walking like you own the place, Buck's interpretation of walking like you own the place, would make us stand out.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like, relative, if I see Tank containing himself, then even I can, plus I am, like, pretty sure that I am tasked with being some kind of detective at this point.
Exactly, we're playing a role.
So being
Okay.
dramatic, but dramatic at being stealthy.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me your stealth rolls. In your case, IO, you can use cracking plus intuition.
Do we use agility or charisma?
Agility.
Okay. And Buck and I are working together. Do we give each other the team bonus?
Yes. Yes, since you're acting like a team and not, feuding, I would say you get the team bonus.
I did
Fantastic.
not throw a team bonus on mine, but I still got 4.
And I got 3.
Okay. All right, that is enough to make it through the halls without getting in any trouble. But you realize you are coming into, as you're getting closer to it, you can see at the end of this hallway that you're on, you can see it kind of opens up into a larger area with multiple floors, whereas this ends on with a well, if you step out, you can get to the end of the hallway and still be undercover. If you step out, it's basically a ring that goes all the way around, and it's basically a walkway that circles the area, and there is a guardrail up that extends up about 3 feet.
Okay. For the catwalk.
Catwalk, yes, thank you.
And it would be under the catwalk?
What?
And we would be under the catwalk?
No. You
On the same level as the catwalk?
On the same level as the catwalk.
Should be on the catwalk.
Yep. And it looks like this area opens up into a couple layers high. Io, you know that what you want to get to is dead center in that space, and you can see these narrow walkways that can get you there. However, there is quite a bit of activity in this area. And a lot of guys that look wearing the same uniforms that were in that room are walking around.
What we seek is in the center of this room.
Okay. We need to get to the middle.
Do you the Buck just like slaps his one of his hands up to his mouth as he pulls out his gun.
At this point, I'm saying that you guys are still back in the hallway, kind of undercover, so that you're not blatantly looking out. You're not blatantly being able to be seen by anybody. Let me know how that changes or how that changes and when it changes.
Hold off to the side. I'm just gonna kind of gesture over to Io, or rather the mysterious let me find it one more time. Let me hang up. I promise I'll get it. Corporal Smithers. And then just bump him a little bit, and then
does it look like we can go up and over the walls?
You could go up and over the catwalk, but you'd have to. But it would definitely be a drop down. Now, in your case, Io, since you're in the application, you can substitute, electronics, logic, and intuition for a lot of the physical activities, rather than rolling athletics You can use cracking or electronics,
And
depending on the thing.
I know that any of the personas in here would be using the system's firewall to try to detect us.
Yes.
So
it would be more the
is it data processing instead?
yes, data processing.
So is there like an impression there's like an all-seeing eye? If we walk out into the middle of this room, it's going to see us?
There's too many people for you not to get spotted, considering you stick out like a sore thumb. It's kind of obvious. This is not an area where somebody would go when they're off shift. This is clearly not an area. This is clearly a secure area.
Because we woke up kind of groggy, and honestly, I do not know the my own mental state, and also potentially the placement of my kidneys. Can I just do a quick little check? Do I still have my pheromone?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because of how wild. Yes, Buck. Buck does often have to double check. I'm just trying to think if these guys are anything to be reasoned with.
How many people are in here?
Well, first off, this is a big area. We're talking probably about we're talking probably about 50. This area is at least 50 meters wide. Is in a circle around with that unit at the center. It's like this 50-meter radius sphere. With that thing at the center. And so with a lot of different, you can see a lot of different people at consoles along the walls. You can see regular patrols walking along.
Still not completely understanding where he is. Buck kind of just gestures over to Io and just, hey, Magic Man, can you get past it? Do you have an invisibility cloak, or he fully not understanding that he's in a program yet?
No. This world acts like the world that you know. Maybe a uniform can disguise us better. We have the authorization to be where we wish, but we do not look like we have the authorization.
Does everyone here dress how does everyone here dress? Because we saw those guys earlier. Were they in the same uniforms?
Similar, yes.
Okay. And
yep.
If we see Corporal, what you said that you saw other people here, do they all wear about the same?
I arrived when you did.
They what?
I arrived when you did.
Oh.
I think that this is some sort of stealth puzzle game.
I like games. And I like stealth. I'm going to, is my crossbow loaded?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to unload it. Is it the kind that collapses, or is it always
Um,
ready position?
Well, it's not. It's not really. It's ready, but it's not. It's not something where it's got active bolts in it.
Oh. So I turn it around in my hand and say, uniform getting tool. And I'm going to go out back out into the hallway and look for some lone individuals who are not being easily monitored. Yep. 2 guys hanging out at their post. Come on,
You
Buck.
can open. You
Let's
can
go get
open
some
up
uniforms.
doors. You can open up doors, or are you going to just wander the halls?
Well, the last time we opened the door, there were people immediately there.
Yes.
And you said 4, if I remember correctly. 4 is a large number.
Yep.
So we know that opening a door, there's a possibility of people. While we've been walking, have there been any people walking in the hallway?
You've avoided any sound. You've avoided people. Let them
so there
pass.
are patrols. Cool. So basically going back to that time when me and Buck were in New York doing a run, we're going to go look for an empty room, and then we're going to go look for a patrol, and then we're going to sack the patrol and drag them into the empty room and get their clothes.
Okay.
Because, like, we're doing it like New York. We're doing our New York maneuver. And I'll say, like, remember New York? I'll look the Buck and be like, remember New York?
Oh, absolutely. This place works exactly like the real world,
Yeah, just like how we got into Ito. So let's go, and we're gonna go back out into the hallway.
Give me, both of you, give me an edge roll.
Since we're working as a team, do we get to add in our team bonus?
No, this is just pure luck.
Whoa!
Ooh. Hey, I don't feel bad.
Ooh.
I got 2. Normally, Tank gets
True.
0s and glitches when it comes to that because I'm rolling 3 dice.
Okay. All right. You run into people before you find a room.
Okay. Are we talking like 2 people, 3 people?
2 people.
2 people. Okay. This is the moment where, Buck goes up and talks to him and convinces him to go with us to someplace private.
Oh, no, absolutely. It is just a... anytime that I see a Tank without an active weapon or something near him that he can make into a weapon, I know that it is... let's talk it over. Like, there's something crazy going on in the other room right now. Realistically, I think that Buck would know that people know that something's off and just start going like, hey, there is a complete meltdown in the other room, and we saw some guys walking around here that are crazy. I'm sorry, we're new. My name is Lieutenant Henry.
Where'd you get
and
that
this is Sergeant
antique?
Berkeley.
And how can you keep walking around with it?
It was my personal item, and it's just sentiment.
Wait, you got to keep a personal item?
I thought they
What's
let everyone
happening?
keep one. Well, I mean, I'm not.
What's happening to the academy?
What's your Oh no. What did you call it? Serial
Wait,
number?
You said something was wrong in this sector?
Right. What's your rank?
What's happening in the sector?
Well, before I can clear that with you, I need to know your rank.
So you're not going to report a emergency in the sector?
I need to hear something above lieutenant
I'm
from you.
Sergeant Gormley.
Does that put him lower or higher than a lieutenant? That puts him lower.
Possibly, you don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
very fair.
You never heard of this system.
True. Okay. All right. Okay. So right now, we are under some kind of threat. And it's right in the next room. You know.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Lieutenant Henry.
Control? You got a Lieutenant Henry reporting an issue in this sector? What's the issue? He's out of uniform.
Oh, he's out of uniform?
Wait, what?
You're out of uniform.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's
absolutely.
Why, and I don't know, Lieutenant. What's the situation?
We have the room right next door that is entirely on fire, and I felt it through my wall. I have to give something a shot. That's all I have.
Give me a con roll.
Oh, it's the only thing that I could think of that was like, oh, does this fall under acting? I'm assuming this falls under acting.
Yes, it does.
Oh. It's the only thing that I could think of that was like, oh, there was this problem and this is why I came out of the room. And I was thinking about like going like, oh, there are intruders here. And then I'm like immediately just like, I don't need that broadcasted everywhere. I'm just waiting for him to be a higher ranking officer.
Yeah, he said there's a fire. Do environmental checks. Which room, sir? The number.
It's right beside. We gotta go stamp it out.
The number, sir.
151.
Are we getting?
I'm gonna lean back and look for a nearby. Well, we haven't found a room just yet, so this is gonna make it ironic. I'm just gonna lean back and look for a nearby door number to share the buck.
There is no room one.
Yeah,
There is no room 151.
Oh, too
Oh,
late.
Sorry. Hang on. Sorry, I've got my other officer with me. What room was it? Do you remember? Do you
I
recall?
look back at the door number in the nearby room. As if have we seen numbers? Oh God, I hope they have numbers. Please tell me they have things.
Nothing you can read.
Can I read it?
Yes.
What is its number?
It is. Hang on 1 second. Check something because I haven't. Okay. Buck? Or not Buck, sorry. Just so you know, Max, you are down one edge for making my stomach growl. For the comment in chat, okay?
I thought that was way better than a burning room.
I am hungry and I have no cheesecake, so.
I figured that he would just laugh at me, even if I convinced him. It would just be like.
It is C. Well, yeah. When you look at it, it's CS21.
CS21.
Yeah, that's why 151 didn't make any sense to him.
CS21.
Is he in the?
Yeah.
Are you in the doorway or is this?
Control. Control
Beside
check. Check CS 21. You detecting a fire? So we're gonna have to ask you to come with us. Something that doesn't. There's something weird going on, and you need to get out of this particular area. They're detecting no fire in there.
All the
But we
sensors
need
burned
you to come
out.
with us. So we're gonna need you to come with us.
I look to Buck and be like, yeah, just like New York.
How many people are in the room?
We're not in a room in a hallway. There's
You're still in the hallway.
Opened up.
Oh, if you go open the door up.
Well, he's in the doorway, right? Talking to them?
No. You guys met these in the hallway.
Okay, so how many is in the hallway then?
There's 2 of them in the hallway.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do as everything seems to be going sideways. He waves his hands like this and then pushes outward,
Okay.
and you will see a ripple go down the hallway of like just a section, and it looks like it's no longer the hallway, but like a Zen garden. And it opens up around one of them to where like he's standing in the center of the Zen garden. And then we're gonna make our roll. And if I make my roll, the entire thing collapses and he just disappears with the Zen garden. I am gonna be using one of my echoes. This is resonance power. It gives me a power of a sprite. This is fractal dream, where I'm going to trap him in an alternate host.
Okay.
That way we're only dealing with one person.
Yeah, but like, does it leave behind clothes?
No. He'll just get sucked into this alternate world. The number of successes I get over him is the number of combat rounds he will stay there. And then he will be back. It's just trapping him briefly in like an alternate reality bubble in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Only got 3 successes. Uh-oh. Should have downed its firewall first.
Okay. That was you said that was fractal.
Fractal Dream. It is in Hack and Slash.
Thank you.
It is one of the sprite powers in Hack and Slash. And then the Echo allows me to have a sprite powers if it is my own.
Fractal Dream, page 74.
It's actually page 70. Oh, let's see what it's page.
Yeah, Hack and Slash 74. I'm on it. Okay.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yep. Intuition plus data processing. Okay.
Well, I couldn't have downed it anyways, so it gets its own thing. I'm going to use my last 2 edge to bump a 4 to a 5 to keep it there for 2 combat rounds. If this is an ice, it just crashes the ice.
Okay.
If it is a persona or some other type of persona, it will trap them in the reality.
Yep. Yep. You see him get trapped and hear his screams as it goes, and now it's time for initiative.
18. Good.
Dang.
Okay.
I'll roll mine in just a second.
Yep.
I think that was pretty much my action for this turn anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's the next step. That's the question I have is, Tank and Buck, go ahead and roll reaction plus intuition.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm trying to find.
All right, Tank, you do get it in action.
What does
Since you
reaction
did-
plus intuition translate to again? If I'm
A defense
Just-
roll, just if you click on defense.
okay.
It's like defense, surprise, it's your initiative value. It's basically kind of like your
Oh, if we're getting a surprise roll, then I get.
You got 6 hits. You're fine.
And I got 4.
Yep. Okay, so you both get actions. Okay. Tank, what are you doing?
Watching this man get sucked into an alternate reality, I'm going to grab the other one, thinking it's going to get sucked into the alternate reality, and I need that uniform. And then I'm going to grab him and punch him in the head.
Okay, your first
No,
action.
like this, Buck. Like this.
Okay, your first action is a grapple. Your next is to do damage.
Punchy punch.
Yep. Okay. All right. So go ahead. That's just to do the grapple. It's a close combat plus agility, normal roll.
Bam. No other modifiers, and I haven't boosted my ability, so straight up 6 successes to grapple him.
Okay, what's your attack rating?
With my fists,
Yep.
12.
Okay, no edges exchanged. Um, okay, re-roll 3 of those. Hank?
Pulls me from to a 4.
Yep, which means you still grab him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Now the punchy punch and the heady head.
all right. Close combat plus strength.
Okay. So since I used an agility last action, I have an extra edge, so that puts me at 3 since I lost one for the cheesecake statement. So I'm gonna roll and then see what I need to do to.
You folks thought I was joking. I wasn't joking.
He doesn't joke about that stuff.
You
Tank
don't
used
joke
to
about
have-
cheesecake.
Tank used to have 3 arms, and I lost one of them because I made too many jokes. Tom took it away. I'm going to. What do I got? I got a 4. Yeah, I'm gonna bump that 4 to a 5. How many? Just one. So that's using 2 of my edge. So it puts me at 4 to punch him in the head.
Okay, you got net 1.
No, I got net 2.
Oh, you're right. You did move to. Sorry. Yep, you got net
So
2.
that's 6p to his head. I mean, I didn't call shots, so it doesn't mean anything more, but it's 6p to his head. And not 6s. It's 6p. And so his head does that bounce back and forth thing for a second. You ever seen those professional slappers where it's like the one slap where the guy goes like, and the person's face goes, and the whole, you get to watch the skin in slow motion slide around on the skull, and you're just like, what kind of special wants to be part of this action?
Okay. All right, you've heard him. What does Buck do?
You know, he's just gonna kind of saunter on up and say, "No, Tank, you don't want to get blood on the outfits. You gotta lean him back." He is going to take out his gun, not shoot it, and he wants to just pistol whip right across his, just right across the side of his head, but in a backwards fashion, so that no blood gets spilled on the outfit.
Okay, he is wearing a helmet. That way.
Oof. Okay. No, that's fair. That does change
Minor action to
things.
take a helmet off him?
No, not a minor action to take the helmet off of him.
Dang.
Go ahead and give me your hit.
Yeah, no, that's well. I'll still in that case uppercut him, get the same effect, get him away.
Close, yeah, just a close combat roll.
Da-da-da. What'd that come through? 4.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Heck yeah. Oh wait, doesn't he have penalty dice because he's taken 6?
Well, he didn't take 6. He soaked some of the damage, but he did take penalty dice.
Ah, I didn't see the soak roll.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. 3. Okay, so he does have a penalty. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool beans.
What is Buck's strength plus reaction?
Strength totals 5 and reaction totals 8.
Okay. All right. So you do get an edge. Okay. So yeah, you are doing okay. So you're doing 3 stun. Okay.
I'm hoping that the helmet flies off.
No. Io, give me a defense roll.
Data processing firewall.
Yep.
It's 11. Only 2 successes.
Okay.
2.
I do gain an edge.
Yep. So it's up to you if you want to get hit or not.
Did it get?
It got 2 hits.
2 successes. Oh, make it reroll 1.
Living dangerously.
Dang!
Jeez.
That's what it is.
Okay. You've got a soak 4 stun.
And this is soaked with my real willpower because that will actually be stun damage to me. 6 dice. Want to get the character sheet set up quickly. You said how many stun?
4 stun.
Take 1 stun.
You take 1 stun. Okay. You two see this guy doesn't actually get a shot off. It hits Io, and you see this blue. It's like this blue light, this blue ring, leaves the end of this guy's gun and hits Io, making him rock back a little bit.
A blue ring.
Yep.
Did I
Blue
hear?
ring that gets bigger.
Did Buck
You
hear a
hear kind of an
noise?
electronic noise. What?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, an electronic noise. Yeah, you hear a pew sound, or probably something a little bit there. But yeah, it's definitely an electronic shot. Noise. Not unlike some of the games the two of you would like play at bars occasionally.
Okay.
Okay, at this point, the two of you would be able to wrestle him down. There's not much point in continuing this. The two of you would be able to wrestle him down.
Whose size is he closer to? Mine or Tank?
You do hear him calling out an alert. Now the guy, you guys can wrestle him down and get his gun away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other guy shows up. So what do you do?
Same thing. Grapple, punch in head.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Knowing that there's more people that know, I mean, I'm just gonna, actually take out my gun to shoot for whenever my action arises.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's no problem. Okay.
Knowing
All
that
right,
there's
you guys-
non-lethal rounds from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the same thing out of yours, that blue ring. Okay.
I'll just start firing at the guy. Just,
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel like I'm
No.
used to having to hammer on
He
Tank.
comes back completely shell-shocked from whatever Io did to him. So, yeah, you get subdue him.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Let's pull them out of here. I say that first action is to pull them into the now unoccupied room. Or wait, no, never mind. Sorry, we were never in a room. Apologies.
There is a room there you could try and open the door.
I will look to Corporal Smithers and say, do the finger wiggling thing and see if there's anybody in there.
I will step over towards the door. I will place my hand against it.
Okay.
And he hears,
You mean-
that's actually Tank making that noise.
give me a matrix perception. If my stomach wasn't growling, I would grant you an edge for that. But my stomach's still growling.
It was funny.
No, it wasn't. No, you're joking about cheesecake, dude.
Well, I have bad news for you. I'm about to go get me a Klondike bar after this break and eat it on stream.
I'm thinking about an ice cream sandwich right now.
I know, and I got some ice cream sandwiches in the fridge. My current
No,
name is Zero Edge.
Oh, this is matrix perception, so my
It's matrix perception. Yep.
Woot woot. Oracle. 19.
I would go get some ice cream cheesecake, but my son ate the last one.
4 successes. And then 11 dice to resist my fade. 3 successes. Resist with the fade.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Nobody's in there. You sense no personas on the other side of that wall.
No,
The other side of that door.
Maglock to open up the door.
Yep. Easy enough. You can drag them in.
Yep, cart them in, strip them down, change uniforms.
Once we get in there, I want a matrix perception on this persona. Because he came back. And it might not have should have happened.
Tank will take his shirt off and be like, this feels good. Then he'll put the guard shirt on. This feels bad.
Buck is definitely taking the other one and doing the same, and just, getting into his role.
I'm wondering if it's like an agent program or something like that, and it's not ice.
It's definitely not ice.
Yeah.
It reads as a program.
Oh, okay. This could be like some sort of an expert system or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I got 7 successes on the oracled matrix perception.
Okay.
Yeah, assisting fade. I have to do that every time I use the oracle. Existed. Another edge one.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, you can read it. I mean, yeah, it's definitely you get a better feel for how this thing is assembling the actors in the simulation and how they're operating. You can, with that, you get a better feel for how they operate, how they see, and how they interact with the system around them, and possibly how to disrupt it.
so I'm going to let them put on uniforms.
Yep. Okay. These are weird. The helmet's kind of weird to see out of, but you think which explains why they weren't that good a shot. But you think you got it. You think you got it on.
Cool.
Got some stormtrooper action.
Yes.
Got the heads up display, give a targeting reticle.
No.
It's
No
like,
targeting.
You know
reticle.
what? You know what these things really need? Some sort of reticle, so that when I point my gun in a direction, it tells me when I'm about to shoot. Imagine the accuracy you would have in one of these doom 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 get-ups if you could actually have like a targeting reticle. You would never miss ever anything.
I am just gonna look over to Tank and make sure that he's wearing the costume appropriately, like not just like full belly button out in the open, or like
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, he's not wrong. Sometimes he has to help me get dressed. I've ran half this game sessions around in my underwear, so I mean.
True.
With my perception on him, because I can't just take their uniforms off.
Right.
So I'm going to try to do the change icon, but I need to know the design of the icon. My perception, would that qualify?
Yep.
So then I will just do the change icon action.
Okay.
Appear in the uniform.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you two get dressed, and then you see Io just
No, Corporal Smithers.
Corporal Smithers. Yeah, the uniform just, you know, shimmers into place around him.
I'm gonna smack Buck in his quintuple abs and be like, hey, let's check it out. Magic Man's doing magic stuff.
Hey, why do you get to do that? And we have to go through all. We had to send someone to the Shadow Realm for us to get these.
Okay, so the door opens at this point, at this moment.
Hank's got half the pants on. There's an unconscious dude over the table. And I'm like, go, Buck.
We found the intruders. We found the intruders. We got
Give me
them.
a con roll.
Acting.
Yeah, acting.
Oh,
No.
just like New York.
Just like New York.
Okay, we've had some we had some strange reports of things happening.
These guys came at us in the hallway, and we were able to handle the situation.
Right. We got them all.
They were
Set up
acting
over here.
strange.
Anyways,
All
we've
right.
got them apprehended, and we're about to take them in for processing.
So there's no fire.
No fire. That's just what.
Okay.
That's just some dumb idea that they came up with to try to catch us off guard.
Okay. All right. Control. Yeah, no. They got. Yeah, the patrol got control of the situation. No, they're gonna take care of processing.
Do we hear control in our ear?
No.
During this time, I'm going to start, picking up one of them in the way that I would like, rather like to guide. Well, really more
I'll
so.
pick them both up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, he's trying to
kinda-
figure out how to dead man carry one person.
Yeah.
I just dead man carry both people.
And then kind of gesture over to IO, just like processing. What way?
I'm thinking that this may be easier if you have the appropriate access codes. I will need to edit you.
Whatever you need to do, do it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna look for the item ID on these two guards.
Okay.
And then I'm going to place said item ID into my two companions
Okay.
so that they have the same item ID so that the system will recognize them as these other two. So
Okay.
I'm going to try to edit file without like causing them to twitch or suddenly become a Doppler buck or something.
Okay.
Well,
I mean-
write a program called Morphine and
Yeah.
give it to him first.
I mean, it can't be the first time that a Matrix person has wanted to edit Tank or Buck.
All right. Checking all my gears and making sure I've got all my stuffs. None of that. I don't think any of that will work. so I think this is just going to be a regular edit file.
Yep, it's just a regular edit file.
I do know I've got stuff for editing files, but I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. I'm just going to go with what the base is. Electronics plus logic, I'll get a
Yep.
edit
Now
for
we do-
this.
Yep. Okay.
We're going to hope this works. And I don't glitch. 7, 8, which is not something I should say before getting ready to.
Well, you do get 2 edge for free because
He
you're
gets
editing
edge.
your
I crack
companion.
jokes and get loss of edge.
You talked about cheesecake. We've established this.
We've established this.
I'm dying for that ice cream sandwich now.
So yeah,
Gotta smother
old
that
Hispanic
sucker.
lady I know.
Gotta.
Old Hispanic lady I know makes them. She's fantastic.
Very
Edit
good.
file.
Woo, 6.
What this fees.
Oh.
No,
Dice pool of 0 gets no success. That's like some Taoist stuff right there.
Oh.
But you got to remember that a dice pool of nothing creates no success.
Exactly.
Okay. You all right, go ahead and do the other.
Do another.
Yep. I am consistent. Oof.
I'm going to spin 2 edge to bump a 4 to a 5.
Okay. All right.
So I
Yep.
need this to go off. There's Master Key do.
Yeah, that felt kind of funky, guys.
Phase shifter. Oh. So none of these are ice, so that's not going to help me. All right.
Okay.
So good.
All right. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Empty dice pool. No success.
Yeah. So, all right. So you have done so. What do you guys do now?
Still kind of looking expectantly for processing since this guy.
Those
is-
2 guys left.
Oh, okay. They already booked it.
When
There you
they did their thing, they like do their head cocked to one side. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do that too. I'm going to cock my head to one side. Head control. What you doing? To the other side. Hey, control. Control.
Do you need something? And they give you they do you need something 6723?
Yes, during the altercation, wanted to make sure that my comm piece was still functioning. Thank you. Did it feel like I was pushing a button when I did this? Or did I just start talking and they heard me?
You just started talking and they heard you. You didn't
it's
feel
like-
like you were pushing a button.
Like,
It's
hey,
just-
Alexia,
Yeah.
buy adult diapers.
You should have access to their system.
Now I'm wondering how many people are watching Twitch with their headphones off and speakers out loud.
Oh no.
Alexa isn't bad for that stuff, but Google
That's
you
what-
can do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I think a streamer
Um,
like caught a case from that, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh no, I used to for somebody I will not name her, but yeah, no. I used to have some fun with her Google Dot when she walked away and didn't realize what I was telling it to do. Oh.
Technomancers are real.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you guys doing now?
Now that they have the access codes, they hopefully will be able to just walk to the center and shut this one down.
Are you
Okay.
expressing that to us in any kind of shape or form? Cool. Then I just looked the buck and I.
on Tank's shoulder. It says you
Right now,
will-
there's a man's butt on Tank's shoulder right now because I picked those 2 dudes up. I haven't put them back.
So
down.
you put your hand on his butt? That's
on the
crazy.
other shoulder.
He's carrying 2 dudes. That's wild.
2 dudes just
Hey, also, we do have an
shoulder to
automatic.
shoulder.
We have an automatic ad break coming up here in about 30 seconds, so I think it may be a good time for us to go ahead and go
Okay.
on our break as well.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay.
When we
perfect.
come back, we'll do the whole thing again, but without the butts on my shoulder.
I mean, no, hey,
That would be
listen,
good.
we're not gonna keep him from touching butts. Like, he could do whatever he wants. It's fine.
Free world.
We'll see you in a few minutes, folks.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Hey, folks. Thank you for sticking around. All right. So, um, you have gotten, you have uniforms. The other guards have left. And what are you doing now? And by the way, you have put down the extra guards. Okay, so what are you three doing now?
So he puts his hand on on Tank's shoulder, now that it's clear of all buttocks.
Yes.
I need the two of you to go to the center of the room and take care of the system. Do not focus on the bandwidth. Instead, focus on the signal.
Sage advice, so Tank gives a nod. All right, we can do that.
Focus on
The signal,
the signal.
not the bandwidth. I'm just looking to Buck, giving a nod.
Tank, are you sure you
slow-
understand?
It's the nod with the slow, multiple blinks going, what in the ever-living heck? Just let's go.
And that sounds like a good opportunity to improv to Buck. So at that point, just right, the signal.
Signal.
Yeah.
Not the bandwidth. I'm gonna give him a push on his back, instrumenting that he gets to go first. You're...
Before we leave this room, what are we gonna do with the bodies?
They should be fine here.
What else was in this room beforehand? Like what else is in this room, rather?
It's a room. What else was in this room? There's a console over on the wall. There are some other sliding doors shut that are currently shut. Looks like kind of like closets.
Do we want to make sure that this is in a kind of high traffic area if we're leaving the bodies?
This room will only exist in our minds when we perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because of the bandwidth and
Gotta shut the signal down.
the signal.
Push.
All right, okay. that is all the convincing that Buck needs.
Okay, so you guys head out of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Io, you get an extra edge for getting the two of them out of the damn room so that I don't have to describe it or come up with something that's in the freaking closets.
Yeah, we were about to open the closets and be like, what's in here?
I had an idea, but you weren't going to like the impression I'm doing.
It's gonna be cheesecake?
Nope. And there you go again. Okay. The two of you walk. Hang on one. Yeah, two of you start walking. Give me both of you con rolls.
Since we're in uniforms and helping each other stay in check, do we get our teammate bonus?
Yes.
And that's a modifier of 2. Okay, yeah.
Where did Tom go?
He vanished. In the
He
void.
literally shrunk to one side.
It disappeared into a Zingard.
I'm assuming that I can throw acting on top of this.
Yes.
And that is a modifier of 2. 6 hits.
Okay. The two you do manage to find a staircase that would take you down to the level where the walkway is to the centerpiece. All right. As you start walking out on this walkway, hey, what's your authorization code? You hear somebody call you. What do you do at this point? You are about 20 meters away from the center console.
So earlier, I heard Control tell me that they called me 2A something another. I don't remember it exactly.
Okay.
Because I only got down 2A written.
Give me a memory roll.
Because we didn't get the, other than Tank hearing that, we didn't get the new numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. You remember the number.
All right, so I'll be like, 2A746, so it's 2A74A. Head and go check out the signal. And keep moving, but now just a little bit faster.
And I'm going to follow close behind like I'm just the lackey and not important.
Which ironic is...
You haven't been authorized for that. Go ahead and give me a defense roll.
Both are just Tank.
Oh.
If I'm being shot at, do I have edge because my defense rating is 12? Oh,
No.
sorry, 21.
You don't.
Oh, he beat me by 3. Good roll there, Bucky boy.
Yeah, no, seriously, on a 12 dice pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a 16
So that your
dice pool.
defense rating is 12. You have a 16 dice pool. Your defense rating was 12.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Still.
But Tank, go ahead and reroll one of those, and Buck, go ahead and reroll 4 of those.
Fail, so I got 3.
Okay, well that puts me down to 4.
4, okay. All right.
No, that puts you down to 5. He made you... No, you're right, 4. I can't do math.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I preferred your way if that helps.
I'm just a rocket surgeon. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Both of you can do soak rolls, but add 2 to your soak roll.
Can I just bump that 4 up to bump that 4 to a 5, which bumps my total to a 4 to a 5?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And that's how much edge?
2 edge.
2 edge? Okay. I'm fine with that.
Did the scene
And this would
change
be a
or
new
still in the same
Scene change.
Okay. Did I get my 1 back for cheesecake?
Yes, you get your 1 back for cheesecake.
But then it's immediately taken away for
Against-
reminding him of
against
cheesecake.
Against my better judgment, I'm not gonna punish you twice for the same thing.
So honorable you
Okay. So Buck, go ahead and soak. You have to soak 6. Sorry, 6 physical, but you get 2 extra dice.
How much do I have to soak?
6.
6 physical?
Yes.
Cool.
How many
There
extra dice?
are-
2 extra dice?
He gets 2 extra dice for soaking. You don't have to soak anything because you dodged all of it.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Never mind. Forget that.
He
roll.
said Buck, but he was talking to me.
Yeah.
Because you
I was
had
looking.
one.
I was looking at Max on my screen, so you
Right.
should know.
No, I totally saw that he was looking at me.
I was just like, oh, I
did-
thought I succeeded, but I guess I didn't.
You did. I get a bonus. I get an edge because I'm taking damage, and then soak damage. I'm against 6. You said.
It's 6, yes.
All right, so that'll be
Okay.
2, and then that'll be. I will spend all 4 of my current edge to drop that from 4 points of damage just down to 2 physical damage.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'll take 2.
Yeah. You guys reach the center console. There's a lever on here. There's several levers around this center column. You start pulling them down?
For markings, are there any markings?
Yes. Ones
Okay.
you cannot read.
Are they symbols or words?
Yes. They're in a different language.
Which is fine. Which is fine. So it's written in a different language.
Symbols that don't mean anything to us.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Because a symbol is like a wavy line, where letters are symbols that mean a language.
Well, I mean, sometimes a wavy line can be a letter.
True, but you don't. Well, I mean, who labels a switch S? Throw the S switch. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Um.
There are, looking at the Cyrillic alphabet, there are plenty of those things that could be considered symbols.
You're
If
not
you didn't know what you're
but if you-
looking at.
exactly, but nobody puts them. Never mind. Splitting hairs on the backside of a.
Do not concern yourself with the bandwidth. That's what it means.
I'm looking at Buck and I'm just like, he kept saying bandwidth and signal band, like, what now? And I'm assuming they're shooting at us still, or at least trying.
Oh yeah, they're still shooting at you. I'm being,
Giving the grace of the turn.
you have you got, basically we've hit the end. You guys get there, you dodge, you get there, and you're like trying to decide what to do right now.
Maybe it's not the purpose of the lever. Maybe it's the intention that we have
There
when
are
pulling the
several
lever.
levers. Go ahead and give me a defense roll.
Both of us.
Yeah. Actually, no. Don't. You're standing still looking at the thing. You really don't have any.
Is there any cover that we can utilize at this point in time?
No.
Okay, I would like to do cover fire then. While with the. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I only have the crossbow, don't I? The worst cover fire ever.
You haven't fired it yet.
All right, I'm gonna fire
No.
the crossbow.
Okay.
Rinky dink thing. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
So, and while yelling at Buck, so pull them all? Pull none of them?
I
right,
think it
so-
doesn't. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First off, you got to soak. You both have to soak 7 damage.
Yeah, I got 1 edge because I'm taking damage. That'll be 5. And then I'll re-roll one of my failures.
Did we still? Okay, I don't know if we still
You still
get
get the +2, yes.
Oh, okay, still got a +2.
Well, you're wearing armor.
What? +2? What are you talking about? +2?
The modifier
armor.
for soaking damage.
Yeah. The ablative armor.
Got it. So I'm looking at 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
All right.
So I'll
So
take 3 more.
yeah. Buck, what are you doing?
I think it's the intention that you have. Pay attention to the band, or pay no attention to the bandwidth. Pay attention to the signal. It's about the intention that you have when pulling a lever. So I think it doesn't matter.
Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm pulling the first one that's in front of me.
Okay, you hear a hum sound that you didn't realize was there. Get quieter.
That's just like in my ears, or is it more so?
Yeah, like part of a generator is shutting down.
Yeah, you hear a hum that you was just kind of used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten kind of used to it, but you realize, oh, it's gotten quieter now.
Oh, we just hit ads
Hank?
too, but
Oh, it just hit add?
it just hit ad. Yeah. I just saw Clockwork. Dang it, ads.
Yeah, it's on ads right now. At least I'm getting ads.
Oh, okay. If you're not subbed, it is.
Yeah, there's the non-sub ads that are going to be playing.
Doesn't it
Feel free to like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
doesn't it
It's
bounce them right back
free
though,
with
to where
Prime.
they were? Or do they miss it?
No,
Two said that I'm pulling the first one in front of me, okay? And then boom, ads.
So
Okay.
So hang on.
Great.
Just to go back a little bit, because I have minor scatterbrain. With the simulation, is the impression that we're getting from IO, our unnamed compatriot, to shut down the system or to like de-aggravate the system?
Oh, he said it plainly. Unlike his other coded speech, he did say it very plainly. We are here to shut the system down.
Okay.
And we're off ads now at this point, so
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So yeah, you heard the hum level drop as you pulled the one lever out of 6 of them. Tank. This crossbow actually has a nice kick to it. And these essentially blaster bolts fly out of it, and you just kind of spray them around. And you're muted.
I re-rolled one of my misses. I was using agility to cover fire. I don't remember the cover fire rules. I just remember it was firearms agility. So
No,
I
that,
got a total.
Yeah, that's enough to keep them.
Yeah,
to,
cool.
to
That's all I'm
force them
doing.
back.
Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Buck, this thing is drecking crazy. Bah, bah, bah. Oh man, I got it on single shot. Like,
Buck, what are you doing now, Buck?
He's like trying not to like just giggle at how much fun Tank is having, but he's kind of like switching around, be like, okay, I think that one kind of worked. What number was that lever?
Okay,
or
yes.
rather the which
What
number in the
was
sequence?
it? It was a upside down V.
That was an upside down V.
Well, upside down V with
like
a hump.
kinda. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the number.
Is an upside down V with a hump an upside down U?
The hump is in a different spot.
Okay, got it. So there's 6 different levers. What number lever was this? Like going from left to right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4? Okay. I'm just going with it, like with the strict intention in my mind of shutting down the computer. Or shutting down the system. If there is anything that is like an upside down V, anything that is concave at the bottom, that's the next one that I'm pulling. Anything that's concave at the top, I'm not pulling. This is the type of intention that Buck would go in, like just pattern recognizing.
Okay.
Anything that's open at the bottom, I'm going for. Because I have no clue what you're referring to. But it seems like Red does.
no, I don't.
Oh, okay. You
just completely amused that I wanted to play a confusing character, and you guys are so confused right now.
I mean, I'm not sure you can play a confused character because Buck has a certain level of confusion that just exists. Okay, so everyone you pull down, you hear the hum drop a little bit more. But because you realize it's there, you can still hear the hum. You've got one lever left. But that's got the symbol the other direction. Guess what you were talking about?
Okay, yeah. I mean, even if it's open at the top and I still hear the hum at all, he's going to think it with everything that he has. He's going to fill his brain with shut down the system and pull the lever.
Okay. You pull the lever. You pull the lever. Everything around you freezes. And then and then you see, it's almost like the place is being eaten by boxes. It's like you see in the distance things become boxes, like turn into, just get pixelated, and then they disappear. And that wave keeps coming in towards you all. It gets closer and closer.
I'm gonna put the lever that I last put down back up.
Tyler? Tyler?
And before it reaches me, I get enveloped.
There's at Origins or Gen Con, the first con I see you at, there is going to be a reaction that's going to happen. I want you to remember this moment. Okay? That's going to be the reason behind it. And Aaron, if you're watching, I'm going to make sure there's bail money available. Okay. You do that.
So he's more comfortable with bullets flying than he is with being atomized.
Yep. Okay. You do that, and
hopefully by this time I've walked up and just pull that lever back down.
You don't get a chance.
Okay.
Because everything except for you guys just disappears. Including Buck and Tank, your uniforms just disappear. Your weapons disappear, everything. And you do the Bugs Bunny, looking at each other for a second, hanging in nothing. And then you drop. And then everybody give me,
on the way
Buck
down, looking over at
Tank, you just quiet.
Hey,
Fucking Tank, give me an athletics roll.
Do I have a moment to buff my agility?
Yes, you would. IO, you can, in this case, like I said, that would be probably electronics and intuition.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to assume software applies on any of these electronics. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. Okay. the both of you, Tank and Io, you land on a cobblestone street.
Oh, delightful cobblestone. Mm.
Buck,
Mm-hmm.
you see, you get this image of Brown,
Yeah, I wonder.
and then you get a very soft landing.
Oh, really?
Yep. Nope. Yeah, it's a soft landing. The other two, you actually, it was actually a pretty hard landing. You dropped a foot, but you stuck the landing. Buck, you fell quite a bit forward, but it did not. But it was you landed in something very soft and squishy.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
and then you landed like head first in it, and then you feel your legs just kind of fall over, and the cart that you're in tips down and basically dumps itself in the middle of the street.
So you settled for psychological damage instead of physical. I understand.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And you. Hey, what are you doing knocking my cart over?
Still frazzled from the fall. I am so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. You open your mouth. Give me a composure roll.
Oh God. Hang on 2 seconds. There's something about that. Hang on. Oh, where'd you go? You may add your con to your dice pool in a composure test. If you do, the cost of your edge actions or boosts may affect your composure.
Yep. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
You can.
All right. Yeah. No. I wanna add my con. I just don't. Even if I didn't stick the landing, I just don't want to have a sticky landing. You know. Okay. So. +6. Seven hits.
Okay, you hold it together
Oh.
as you open your mouth and you push out the chicken manure. You can say whatever you want. You do manage to hold it together as you spit out the chicken manure that had accidentally gotten in your mouth for the landing.
I don't even know what I'd say in this situation. I am so sorry for that. As he flicks like another little piece of the manure away.
Hey, don't throw that away. That's the king's manure.
Oh, hey, listen, it's fine. I still have a ton on me. I take off my, I forget what I was wearing on my upper half. I know I was wearing the pants with the red stripe. I want to take off.
No. You're not wearing that now. Well, it's impossible to tell now, but it feels more earthy on you right now. It's not what you're wearing before.
I'm sure it probably feels more earthy. I'm gonna take off the shirt or whatever top garment I
the
have
tunic.
on.
Okay, yep.
I'm gonna
okay.
pop that off, and I'm just going to be like, here. Sorry for shooing that sucker away. Here you go. And then I place the my garment right on top of the pile, and just for good measure.
You think I'm shoveling this back in? I already shoveled it once. He hands you a shovel. Tip and rights the cart.
Whatever the king needs. While going through this, I would like to try to gather some information from him, though.
Okay. Let me know what. Yeah. Okay. So you two. First off, that manure is pungent. Very pungent. And you're in a marketplace, and you haven't seen the last time. It's taking you a minute to figure out what this reminds you of, but it reminds you a little bit of that Trio series, that short-lived Trio series of Billy Berserker in King Arthur's court. It looks actually a lot like that, the medieval setting that had for it.
Technically.
Yeah.
Did they make a video game out of Billy Berserker and King Arthur's court?
Yeah, so I wasn't really big in video games as a kid. Like, I'm not one of those nerds that played video games. I was outside playing sports a lot. You know, like steal your next dinner or mug the rich guy. Those are the things I did as a kid.
I mean, you would have seen like movie because like there was a Billy Berserker movie by this time, right?
Japan.
Oh,
yeah.
Japan.
Fair.
Was Billy Berserker big in Japan?
Yes, he was.
Probably a niche group of people, but not like in the small town that I grew up in.
No, he was actually pretty well. It was something they found, funny. This guy in Chicago that got blown up and tossed around a lot.
Sure, and not something Tank would know about. So he's just gonna be like, I didn't play video games. I'm not that kind of nerd. Sorry.
We need to find Buck.
You would have heard this commotion.
I stopped for a moment. He's that way. I can sense him. We have an integral bond and link. Generally, he's always getting himself into some severe trouble, and I have to go save him. Head that way.
I'll follow along.
Okay. What questions were you going to ask?
I'm just trying to kind of figure out where I'm at in a sort of kind of way. But I figure that the best way to do that is to ask him why the king needs this much chicken manure.
To
Is this just to fertilize crops, or
fertilize the royal gardens. For all, it was the king's chickens that created the manure.
these were the king's chickens? I am so sorry. Is there... How much do you get paid for this?
It's an honor to perform these services for the king.
Right.
Payment is not. It is my duty to take care of this. Take care of these tasks. Okay. So, but you were shoveling the stuff back in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to immediately cause a scene by just being indignant.
Yep. Okay. No. He is perfectly willing to do that. All right. Here. Are you leaving? You would like toss the. What are you doing with your clothes?
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, my shirt is already back in the cart.
Oh, you just tossed it in the cart?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no. Yeah, the shirt, because it was caked, is back in the cart, just because I was trying
Yep.
to offset what I had already threw out.
Yep.
The pants, I'm just gonna take the shovel and kind of like scrape down them real quick.
Okay.
Just so I'm not running around naked. I do want to check, however, as I'm kind of just checking my body in general, am I armed with anything? Do I have
Yes.
anything on? Oh.
Yep. Yeah. You have to tap it out, but yeah, you seem to have a pistol crossbow.
All right, very fair. I'm gonna try to just not make that, make that a point, and just continue, scraping down my pants. I'm assuming that it's just somewhere in my pants.
Okay.
If I'm wearing shoes right now, those are also likely coming off. I'm not walking around in squishy shoes.
The shoes didn't get it that bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you guys walk up to him and you see him scraping manure, wet, sloppy manure off of his pants.
The phrase is the Drex hit the fan. You're not supposed to hit the Drex. Just saying.
Okay, you get an edge for that one. That's good.
See, told you I could find him.
We need to shut the system down.
Okay.
The last one was more obvious what the system needed to be, what needed to be taken care of. This one is not. The data packet reaches its destination only when it stops searching for it. And he'll just sit down and close his eyes and start to meditate on the problem.
I'm gonna look over to the guy and I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry. I probably got most of this. Like I got, almost
Yeah,
everything
that's
back in
enough.
there. I'm my friend is tripping out right now. I gotta go. But of course, thank you for letting me
Sitting
make it
down,
up
how
to
are
you.
Tripping.
Huh?
He's tripping. He's sitting down.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You better get that to the king real quick.
He goes in. He grabs the other end of it and walks off, pulling the cart. It's a cart, big wheelbarrow. Okay.
Coming back over, he's just gonna say, "May he bless your shit." And come back over.
Okay.
No. Dropped into a big bucket of caca, huh?
The power for this system lies in the king. But does the king cause the system to function?
Maybe it's the caca.
Listen,
knew it would fertilize the fields. The workers continue to work. Maybe the king is not the packet itself, but the router.
Yeah.
Does the power lie within the people? How would you shut them down?
Oh, that's easy. Give them social media.
Oh, it's perfect. You just need to invent a cell phone.
Yeah.
That's all we gotta do.
Well, I mean, there's a good possibility this might be some sort of magical place. All we gotta do is create a magical spell that allows them to access some sort of magical other place where they can talk to other people and share pictures of adorable animals themselves and then complain about stuff. And it'll do just that.
Buck, give me a memory roll. Since you have tech companies as a knowledge skill.
4.
Okay. Yeah, this. Okay, yeah, this reminds you of that
I didn't know that this would be applicable.
tech companies. It is. I mean,
no, from Tank's statement, this existential.
oh, that's not applicable. You realizing where you are.
Oh, okay.
That you're in the game based on Billy Berserker in King Arthur's court.
I'm Buck is gonna look around and just be like, you know, a couple of these spots are looking kind of I'm pretty sure there's like an Easter egg over there.
What?
This
I don't see Catholicism.
Oh.
There's not a single.
Buck.
What are you talking about?
I'm so sorry. Tank, you are going down the wrong trails.
I'm looking out over the medieval constructions all over the place. Okay, but you brought up the
solution in disguise. I'll repeat that. The glitch is not the problem, but the solution in disguise. If we can cause a feedback in the program, it will crash.
What do I know about this Billy Berserker game?
Give me an edge roll. Okay.
Got a 2.
Yep. No, that's. What do you know?
I was an avid gamer before I got married.
You played it. It seemed to involve a lot of it seemed to involve this was during the point at which they did this, that he was collaborating with another shadow runner who did demolitions and seemed to enjoy blowing him up.
Also, we did just hit a
Sitting
break.
and flying.
You know, or I think we, no, it's
I don't see a commercial. It's about to
Do you
start.
Oh.
No, we don't see that.
I can tell you when the commercial comes up on my screen, please.
That's very fair.
Because they don't get a cut. It's just keeps
Just
going.
look straight at the commercial.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
well,
so whatever
Clockwork
we
is
do,
doing
it's same.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, and plus
good.
Clockwork just said that he was doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Would
Yeah.
you preface this? If we go to commercial, we're all going to stop and take a break, and then we'll be right back after the commercial's in.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Okay, so we're still going.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the time at which he kind of like to blow him up. So that was part of the couple of the things in there is you had to hit the right spot to send your character flying. A lot. Yeah, there was one part about
Commercial.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's okay. There's the actual pop up. 1 minute left. You know, we can
Yeah,
just.
1 minute before commercial is done.
What's your
Okay.
guys' favorite video game exploit? Mine is in fact.
Down 80, left, right, start, control, whatever it was, the Contra.
How about one that's not intended?
Oh, I'm playing a video game right now, and I found out how to get free money in it. They shut it down because I reported it because we're playtesters. But Eve Frontier, I was able to buy ore from an NPC, sell parts of refine the ore, and then out of the processed materials, sell 2 parts of it, keep the rest, make more money than the ore cost me from the NPC. So then I just made about $1 billion in-game dollars on it. And then I reported it and was like, look at this. And they took my money.
And
It was ill-gotten gains.
Oh,
But,
we are?
yeah.
yeah, that was true.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there was an exploit where if you did the right thing, you actually got flung in this chain reaction of explosions. And if your character survived it, you got right to the end quick. That was one of the exploits. And it wasn't really one of the exploits. It was one of the Easter eggs that was an accomplishment. You know, you accomplishing the Billy bounce.
Well, was it more like clipping or was it more like a rocket jump? Effectively.
It was.
Since you're talking about explosions.
It was more like you were standing next to something that exploded and flung your body. And then you landed in the right spot for the next thing to go off and fling your body.
The chicken
And you had
manure?
to-
I'm sorry,
What?
I'm just trying to think of things that could potentially be explosive. And I'm just like, like I know that methane is explosive, and I'm like, oh, video game logic. Maybe poop just explodes.
No, it didn't get that much into what was actually causing it to explode.
Oh, okay. More just like getting
Yeah.
too close. That's
Yep. It was more, goblin mines. Effectively is what it was. But that was one exploit. The end of the game was to pull an axe from a stone. Billy had to recover his axe.
I'm gonna let them kind of know about this. Do I actively see where the Easter egg is? Where the
Yeah, you'd accomplished it. You'd accomplished the Billy bounce.
Okay, I'm gonna point towards a direction, like a weird, like a oddly mapped area that's like the corner of a
Well-
house or something.
Well, the first thing you had to do is you had to get up. You had to sneak into the defenses, and launch yourself from a trebuchet, from one of the defensive trebuchets.
Oh. And then you get the explodey bounce?
Well, then you hit the minefield. As long as you aim the trebuchet at the minefield, then you got then you started doing then you hit the mines and started doing the Billy
And
bounce.
then you can skip to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let them know this with almost express purpose to emphasize this to Tank and make it sound really cool and awesome. And then you skip across this minefield, and then you go straight to the boss.
Okay. Are you sure it's trebuchet and not like a ballista or a catapult? Because I mean, if it's a catapult, that's a terrible idea. They don't have very good range.
It's from it's a little bit older of a game. People don't really know. People don't really look into it before they go and make a video game. They just kind of throw whatever in it.
Right. I wasn't into video games as a kid, so I don't know. What do we gotta do?
So
Looking over to the wise wizard with us. Can you cast Fireball? I used to play this game called Flagons and Dragons, and it used dice, and you make stuff up with your imagination. One of it was like wizards cast Fireball. Is that something you can do?
No.
Wow, no riddle or anything, just no.
It would depend on where I'm at. Certain realities, of course.
Okay.
The server and the user are one. In the code, there is no separation.
I cannot imagine how deep that really is, but to me, I have no clue why there's no separation, because I can. So let's unplug from the situation. We've got to find this Christian egg to get to a trebuchet, cheat the system.
It's not necessarily a Christian egg. An Easter egg is something that the people who make a video game put into the game to let you have more fun. And in Billy Berserker and what was the rest of the title? Teslan.
Billy Berserker in King Arthur's court.
In Billy Berserker and King Arthur's court, they put one of those Easter eggs right here where you load up into a trebuchet and you can skip most of the game.
We'll look around for a trebuchet. In the game, is it already loaded?
Well, you load it with yourself.
Okay.
This is a weapon of war, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be at an armory or something.
Or the castle? You just a large castle.
I would assume that since it's part of the defenses.
Yep. Yeah, you would know where it is. You have to basically sneak past the outer wall of the castle.
How far is the castle from where we're at?
It is approximately a 40-minute walk.
Not bad, considering that I assumed that we were in the slums if someone was, following chicken manure. Or, well, I mean, I guess we could have been anywhere and they were passing through. I don't know.
As we walk, Io does have a question for the two. Why did you focus on the bandwidth?
What do you mean? I thought I was trying so hard to focus on the signal.
Well, generally, when that problem comes up and requires more thinking instead of doing, Buck does the thinking and I do the shooting and the doing. So that's what that moment required for us. We were being shot at, so I needed to shoot back. Man, that crossbow was something. I would kill to have one of those in the real world. Anyways, yeah.
I see.
What whatever whatever this thing we're doing doesn't translate 100% to us.
You are confused.
Yeah, it was definitely a confusing moment. But shooting, blowing stuff up, talking our way to places we're not supposed to be. This is what we do, and I'm giving him a nudge. Book a nudge. This is us. This is what we do. Break things, break hearts, break bank accounts, break doors, break windows. I look to Buck to start making a list of other things we break.
Break backs, break. That's the only other thing I...
To avoid confusion as we continue, just remember, do not overclock your mind. Allow it to run at its natural frequency.
This is the worst dare ad I have ever seen. as I look.
Yeah, after we get out of this, I'm gonna do so many boosters.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
All right, video game geniuses. Tell me, nerds, what do we do now?
I mean, we get over there. Is on our way over there? Is there any other game tricks that I found getting there? Like, not necessarily like any form of fast travel, more just like maybe resources across the way.
Like a horse.
As I come across them.
Are we talking about finding a horse?
There is one thing. Well, there is one thing that, first off, after a bit, you realize that every time you like walk like near your compatriots, they start walking a little bit faster, depending on which direction the wind is blowing.
This is a video game. Make sure you pull out your knives, because everybody runs faster with a knife.
Yeah.
I'm looking to. Is that something your character just said?
No,
Like
no,
completely
no.
breaking context.
I'm
I was
like-
about to say.
As I'm like wavering in and back away from them and all that to as I'm like kind of trying to figure this out if it's actually doing something. If I'm sure that this is what's happening to a degree where I'm like, oh, they're moving like considerably faster. I'm gonna say, hey, can we bunch up really quick?
You guys don't want to bunch up. He stinks.
I don't have a problem with him stinking.
No, it's like eyes watering.
Oh, never mind. And I'm like, yeah, of course, Buck. We can definitely do that. I'm looking around. We're in a medieval town. There's going to be a trough where they water horses, cattle, and a bunch of other things. I'm gonna bump my agility real quick. My agility. 5 successes to grapple him and dunk him.
Okay.
I wouldn't have stopped you.
Yeah, you
I
really
pull him up.
No,
Begin wiping him off some.
Hey, my horse is not gonna drink out of there.
I somebody just yelled that.
Yes.
I'm going to do the slow orc turn toward them.
Oh, you giving me the eye?
I'm giving him.
You
the
coming to my neighborhood and giving me the eye?
I'm going to give him the eye. Hang on 1 second. Is that con? No, that's persuasion. Is that con? Intimidate?
That would be intimidate's influence.
I don't have that.
But speaking of that, Buck.
I'm getting dunked. What do you need me to do?
Give me a body plus willpower roll. Yeah, you're being held underwater right now.
What does that translate to? Body plus willpower?
Yeah, body plus willpower, yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I see it now. Or I think I do. Oh, wait. No. Guess not, but oh, does that not translate into any other role?
It doesn't. Just click body and it'll pop up and ask you which attribute to go with it.
Oh right, I forget about that.
Actually, resist toxin is the body willpower.
That would have done it too. You're right. Okay. Yeah. Tank. You're. Oh, just give me a charisma -1. You do get 2 edge because you are bigger than normal.
2 edge? Okay.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Oh,
this is. Wow.
And
You can reroll 2 of them for free.
I'll do that. But
Okay.
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay.
I spent those 2 freebies to get the 1.
Yep. You end up in a stare off with him. If you don't do anything, he won't. But he's not backing down because he's a short guy from New Jersey, and
Right.
they don't back down even when they really should, or even after you've tossed them off the raft, even after you've tossed them off the swimming dock 5 or 6 times. These little guys just do not back down.
All right. I'm
Not
just
that
going
I
to pull
have
Buck
to
out of the trough.
Yep. Okay. That was cold.
but he's still going to feel considerably better for being clean now.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely feel the breeze now. But okay. Alright. Do you do anything else on your stalk to the front?
I'm still
To
like
the
testing to see if like the closer that we bunch together, the faster we can go.
no. That
No,
has nothing to do with it.
did that have nothing?
That was them. That was them not wanting to smell you.
So
I remembered this thing, and it just doesn't apply here.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You thought it was a game hack.
You thought it was a game hack? No, it's not a game hack. They just didn't want to
You
smell you.
stink hack.
Yeah.
When we do get to the wall, though, I want to try something.
Okay.
I want to examine them, Tank and Buck, and see
Okay,
if I can edit file to turn off their collision box. So that they can walk through the wall.
Okay.
Oh no, I can see a whole bunch of ways of this going wrong.
I have thousands of ideas what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead and give me an edit file roll. This I admit I was not thinking of you doing, but it does make sense that you could do it.
I don't think this is definitely going to be some sort of a hack, because we are definitely hacking their.
Yeah.
their
Oh yeah. This is.
Okay, so 6, 7, 8. And this is going to be logic, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
Probably isn't going to work. Now I'm thinking about it, but if I turn off the collision box, then they might not be able to interact with anything.
You do, yeah. No, you get, yeah, you have Buck turned off.
Now I put my hand. Do I go through him? Does he have no
Yes.
collision?
He's got no collision. Yep.
What are you doing? Why do you do this, Magic Man?
You hear this scream.
Oops.
It's a ghost.
Oh no.
Does she run? Does she turn away? Or is she still just there?
No, she actually starts throwing fruit at you. Be gone, ghost! They're not these people!
I know that they're not gonna hit me anyways. I still want to pretend like I'm dodging, even if that's something that won't hit me.
Okay.
No, you've got it all wrong. See, I have, I forget what the name of the dipped chest is. It's like the opposite of bird chest. It's in. No. It's fine. He was just checking out the hole in my chest. It's fine. It's a medical condition.
Give me a con roll, but you're at serious minuses because your pheromones are not working.
That's very fair.
Because they can't actually collide with her, with how she breathes.
I don't really know how to turn it off, but I will
Just roll it. I'll take care of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll turn off mods. And con for this one. 5 hits? No acting. But I got washed off. Are my ports still all gunked up?
Yeah, no, she,
Oh.
she, I got some good hits.
Charisma.
Yeah. No, you hear the clapping, the feet clapping, or the
Clopping?
well, actually, I'm trying to think. You hear clopping of hooves, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep, clopping of hooves. Well, the other two don't know what it sounds like. You at least played the game, so you know what it sounds like in the game.
And I'm just like, the guards are coming.
Are you sticking around, or are you running through the wall?
Oh, I'm saying, watch out, the guards are coming. And I since I know kind of what he implies by doing all this, yeah, I'm running straight on through.
Okay.
Did my crossbow, my handgun, my hand crossbow come with me?
Yes, it did.
Okay, all right, then that
It
works.
was on you, so everything on you got turned to material.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'm going to run on through. And then poke my head out and say, "Give me your hand. I want to try something." To either one of them, whoever will do it.
I just let the tank go. I didn't turn off his collision box, so I am curious.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to just take his hand and pull him on through.
Okay. Both of you roll I know what this is. Both of you roll your essence. With tank it's 6. Hang on, I'll tell you.
No, it's
You-
not.
I'm not- Your essence is lower than.
No, it's an 8. I paid for more essence.
No,
You mean
your essence is essence, not magic.
Okay.
I've never played a magic character.
This
You
rolls
don't
with
have a
dice.
magic carrier. No, he
Or
doesn't. He
I-
doesn't have. He doesn't have. I'm looking it up now. He doesn't have full.
Oh, because he's got cyberware and bioware.
Yeah,
I got
good
no
night.
successes.
Windows exists. Yeah, you don't have that much. So yeah. So go ahead and roll 5 dice. Okay.
Wow. Okay, no hits.
Okay. You feel him grab your hand. That was the thing. You both got the same number of hits.
Awesome. Success.
Oh.
In fact, I
Okay.
don't think there's very
Oh, so
much
we
difference
just
in
had
our
to
dice roll.
we just had to synchronize. We just had to synchronize on
Yes.
how many hits we had.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
So do
we,
I go through the wall?
Yep.
yeah, no, I'm gonna pull tank on through and then and stick out my hand for the magic man.
I will grab his hand, but I am editing the walls collision box because I know this isn't going to work for me. How did I know where the collision boxes are?
So you're just gonna let Buck have it? It's like, oh, thanks, man.
You know,
Sometimes you just gotta let, it's gonna happen. So while this is happening, I'm on the other side of the wall,
Yeah.
just like looking around, trying to get my bearings.
Oh. Yep. No. Okay.
oops, forgot the R.
Yeah, you see this really weird machine. Several of them, in fact. Okay. Yeah, you edit it.
Then I will re-edit Buck. And I will re-roll failures with 4 edge. So I have a total of 5 on Buck, 4 on the wall.
Okay.
But now at least I know what I'm looking for and stuff like that. Doing
Yep. Okay. All right. Buck, you see the trebuchet, or the several of them that are all, lined up, ready with ammo nearby.
Can I think back and remember if it had to be a certain trebuchet, considering that it's an Easter egg and seems like there might be a particular one?
Yes. Certain one, and you have to aim it just a little bit off. But you remember it.
Okay. You guys, we have to go to the third one and shift it a little bit left of where you think it needs to go.
Alright, I can handle Magic Man being creepy, weird, and having those, weird statements, but as far as what? It's a particular set. Is it 5, 10, 15 degrees? I walk over to the third one and kick it to the left.
Hey, no,
This far?
it's got to be a little bit more particular than that. It's exact. Oh, I think we went to. I think maybe we did. It says.
We are not a commercial.
No, okay, fair enough. No, it's more particular than that. You have to do a small hop to the left while holding it.
You're making this up, aren't you?
No, this is part of it. This is part of it.
I'm gonna pick up one edge of the trebuchet and hop. Like that?
Yeah, I think you did it exactly like they did in the game. I think that
I look to the Magic Man. About 2 glasses.
Video games.
What?
I don't play video games.
But you. Now we're at commercial.
Yeah, no. Just,
That right there. I don't play video games. Commercial.
well, coming back,
Yeah,
we
this-
can also just go to a.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet they got to control it. They got to hit the button themselves so that it doesn't happen for a while, so they get it better rather than just letting it happen.
Yeah, there's a button inside the dashboard that they can hit that will
Yeah.
keep it from happening, turning it off.
Well, no, you can also run it, and that puts a timer on them. If you
Yes.
run a commercial,
That is
it
correct.
can't happen for another half hour.
No, very fair. Well, whenever we go to commercial, I'll do that. But
I figure probably actually if we're in commercial, when we come back, we'll go into a quick break. You guys can go get your snacks or whatever you need.
no, very fair. Well, I mean, anyone who's subbed can still see us. So
And listen to everything
Oh.
you're saying. And also, when they go back and rewatch the video, they won't get the commercials. They'll just get us sitting here changing subject and being all goofy.
no, absolutely. You know, it's just for fun. It's really cute. But now Clockwork should be able to hear us, and so does everyone else. I'm so sorry. Clockwork is a tier above anybody else. I do apologize.
We're back.
We're back.
Okay. So what are we doing now? We taking a break? Let's. So you got the trebuchet lined up.
I'm getting behind it and like
Yeah.
trying to measure the trajectory just like a little bit
Yep.
left of where it needs to be.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead and give me a memory roll.
Don't glitch.
6 hits.
1.
Go.
Okay.
You never played video games, Tank.
No, you didn't. I'm still gonna roll.
Okay. You're set. You're positive you got it set. You just gotta load tank into the bucket.
Okay, and with that memory roll, you know, do I also see like how like the physics work as far as like what position they're in and everything? I'm like, okay, you gotta tuck in your body.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, you're right. Yes. He's got to sit down in there and he's got to do the crouch maneuver.
Yeah, no, Tank, if you could just get in there and crouch, then I think we got it. Just remember, it may hurt a little.
I look around the room for a shield.
We have to shut the system down. Completing the system is just another form of keeping the system going. Make it
Right.
so the system can never be played again.
Shut it down. Looking around for a shield on the wall. Tom, shield on the wall.
What shield on the wall?
Well,
Looking for a
is
shield.
there like any like decorative shields?
No, a
or
piece of
anything
armor.
like that?
Like I'm looking for a shield, like the kind you would hide behind to block a sword with.
No, there's not.
Did you see one outside not too far away or anything like that?
Nope.
Magic Man, I need a shield. Conjure one up.
Doesn't work that way.
I go over to Buck. I'm going to straighten up his collar and everything. Be like, when I hit on
I'm
that
not
side.
wearing a shirt.
Wait, am I wearing a shirt? Oh,
Oh.
perfect. I'm going to take my shirt off and give it to him so I can straighten his collar. And I brush his collar down and go, when I hit on the other side, I will live. But if it hurts a lot, he will not. This is the dumbest thing ever, and I'm super excited to do it. All right, I'm gonna go climb in and crouch.
Okay. All right. Buck.
This reminds me of when we were trying to sneak into that casino in Milan.
This is the exact. I'm covered in just as much duty. Uh,
By the way, you still smell like poopy.
Yeah. Buck, I'm guessing. Do you have engineering?
No, but I do.
Nope. Okay, Buck, give me a logic -1 roll.
I'd like to roll engineering for him.
Nope.
I'm gonna roll anyways.
You can roll it.
Oh, that
Oh,
would,
okay, then
that may
Yeah,
actually
that-
be.
no. Go ahead. Give me logic -1.
Let's see if I can do better than 0. Wow.
You can.
4 dice.
Right.
Pretty hit.
And now
Is it time for a
Hank is
break?
flying through the air, and it's time for us to take a break.
Yeah.
Who knew I could do that?
While I figure out how much damage he's taking.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking around. And Tank, thanks for being a good sport about being shot out of a trebuchet.
Yeah.
This is a unique experience. It's kind of how it doesn't seem that bad at first because okay, this isn't going that fast, and then when the arm lever hits the right spot, bam, you just accelerate faster than you've ever accelerated before and are flying through the air. I'm gonna need
did you really have to do that? Did you really have to create a tense danger level and just make it cap out? Like, I would like to pump my athletics and my body.
You're okay. Yes, go ahead and I would say you probably would do that while you were waiting for Buck to get everything perfect.
As I'm sitting there, just like, okay, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
What in your man? What foolishness made you tell him that?
The fact that Tank kind of likes getting hurt sometimes.
Okay, if you're using that as but you already had him in the bucket. Then you tell him he's gonna get hurt. That just opens it.
It's awesome, but you're gonna get hurt. And do you think that would stop Tank?
So Tank's sitting there prepping, and he's just like thinking about focusing in on his inner chi and bringing stability to himself, and naturally his agility begins to pick up. And then so he's focusing in on making sure to harden his body, and it's not working as well. And I'm just like, because he's talking about, and he looks over at Buck and he's like, cool, can you just give me a second? I'm trying to do the inner focus thing. And I'm really having a hard time concentrating because I'm about to go terminal velocity.
The game music is like pumping in our ears.
Right? The game music just changed. And I don't know why. Does that mean something? I can't focus. And then, so I take a moment to retry again. And I will buy my successes to resist the drain on all of that.
Yeah.
So I bumped my strength and agility by 3 each. And now I'm going to roll my athletics. So I bumped my agility and body by 3 each. So this is my athletics roll. 15 dice, and I get 5. Since I'm using agility, it gives me an edge and gives me and we're in a new scene. I haven't spent any yet, so or can I reroll all my fails with 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Puts me a total of 11 on my athletics check.
Okay. You have clearly dropped yourself down into the yellow.
Clearly. Well, great news. I'm colorblind. It's all orange to me.
Okay. All right. Io, give me a matrix perception roll.
Oh, 5 successes.
Okay.
Resisted.
Yep.
Fade. Resisted the fade.
Yep. You hadn't seen it before, but you're noticing it now. There's some. It takes you a bit to trace it down, but you spot this this connection between you and Buck. There's like a tether between the two of you, and something weird is going on with it. At about the point at which you realize it's a three-way tether.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
you
Oh no.
There's no
About to zone out.
No, nothing. You just. Oh no.
you both get yanked as if something was like connected to your belts. You get flown through the air, and right now, Buck, you're thinking, I never did this particular scene with anybody else. I never teamed up with anybody for this scene.
We were in a group. We didn't know it.
Yeah.
We could all go in the instance together.
Yeah, no, getting yanked.
Okay. Tank. Give me actually, what's your body? What's your character's body?
6'3", 220 pounds, about 1%, 2% body fat.
Okay, so your character's body's a 2 then, right?
11 right now.
It's 11 right now. Okay. So that means you can easily buy three hits.
Yes.
Okay. With buying 3 hits, and you get an edge for each one, which would get you an extra 2. Okay, so good news. According to my math, with bought hits, and assuming your edge does something, Tank does survive.
Cool. I also have toughness, which would give me another edge on any body rolls necessary. So
Yeah, that's why I was factoring that in.
okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was factoring that into it. Yeah, you bounce among 4 different. You hit it, explode, flies you through the air. You hit another one, and then another one, and then another one, and at this point, you hear like follow-up explosions behind you.
What am I hitting?
Mines.
It's a minefield.
This is why I wanted a shield.
Yeah. This is why you couldn't find one. Nope. No developer is gonna put one in there. That's the whole thing. You've got to survive being bounced around. And yes, folks, if you think of it, yep, there is that. Yep, I am stealing this from World of Warcraft.
Thought so.
But yes, with the last one, you see this display pop up right in front of you. Latest winner of the Billy Bounce, Tank. And then you feel the nice, cool embrace of the snow as you hit it, roll, and then come to rest up next to a large rock.
Cool.
Buck and Io, you guys hit about 3 or 4 mines. How much body does Buck have?
So it's base 4 and then it's plus the 3. I don't know exactly which one.
Okay.
It's
that's
the
fine.
7 in parentheses.
Yeah. How much body does Io have?
Body 3, but hopefully willpower 6.
Okay. All right. You both survive, but you don't bounce enough times to get the Billy bounce accomplishment.
But we're in a party. Come on, we're in a party.
No. You're the one that turned the previous simulation back on.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So, yeah, you all end up lying in the snow.
I'm gonna make a ball of snow, a snowball. Ah, that's what they're called. I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait for Buck to
Spit
pull
up.
his head up. As
Yep.
soon as he does, I hit him with the snowball and be like, "Congratulations, you're the first to get smacked by a snowball in the Billy Badass achievement." Blah blah blah. Little icon here.
You are the meanest griefer that I've ever met. I just
Where's this
need.
boss at?
It's yeah.
Nope.
I was just gonna make up something so for free.
No, it's literally, well, you're right. The rock you're resting up against, as you get up, you see it's a rock with an axe stuck in it.
Right, because
Why
you have
does- What?
you have to pull the axe.
Oh, you have to pull the axe. I'm not the hero of the story.
You made the Billy bounce.
That what? Wait. So you're telling me in the game, this video game, that they designed it that if you don't do this Christian
No.
egg thing, you don't get to win the game?
No, you can win the game. You're just the one who did the Billy bounce.
But if we win the game, it will reset to be one again. We need to shut the system down. The way to shut the system down is that no one can ever win again.
But there is a reason why they call it beating a game.
Because it's defeatable.
But our
Like a
job
race.
is to defeat the game. Our job is to deny it back.
But if we break the game somehow, why can't they just reset it? Whoever they
That's
are.
what we're being paid to do. We're being paid to shut the system down.
How can we shut the system down from the inside? Like,
We've already done it once.
Buck is going to about what I remember about the game. Is it a planned scene to pull the axe and move on to the boss? Is it like a plan? Is it like some kind of stuck scene, like a unskippable?
Yes. Yeah, if you pull the axe.
Magic Man, what if we don't pull the axe, but we take down the final boss? Do you think that would be enough to break it?
I don't know. But we do need to crash the system. Is the only thing that I can think of to get the game to stop functioning.
People have killed the boss without getting the axe.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab the axe. Or I'm gonna try to pull the axe. And see if it's
Okay.
like more of a test of like heroic power, like a who is worthy kind of situation, even though like who is most degenerate.
Okay, give me a logic roll.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
Who's Mr. Smarty Pants tonight?
That thing is stuck.
Oh, okay. That's
Give me
very
another.
logical.
Give me another logic roll.
Yes.
That's a win.
Give me another logic roll, Buck.
One.
He's not stuck. That's
It
crazy.
pops out. It's Billy Berserker's act. You don't want somebody.
That's fair. All right, I'm gonna, pull it out of the rock. It slings back. Is it heavy to me?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pull it out and say, I don't think, because of the way that the boundaries are set up, that anyone has gone back to kill the king. Do you think you can push us back there, Magic Man?
Because if the router, isn't that what you called the king? The router gets shut down, then no one can play the game. Right?
Is the king the one that sets this in motion?
That's what you said. It was the router earlier. That's what I thought you were talking about.
The king is part of the final scene. Up.
Oh,
Where you are, where he he grants you a
he crowns you champion.
Crowns you champion of the crowns you champion of the court of his court, and gives you a dukedom.
Very fair. I'm gonna let them know that. Is there any record of someone leaving the BBEG and killing the king?
No, you do not remember anyone ever killing the king.
And do I know where he pops out of, unless he's just witnessing
Yeah,
the entire fight?
he's in the court. He's in his court.
I think anything is worth a try now.
Very fair. We just
I'm not
have to.
familiar enough with this system to be able to shut it down.
Very fair. We just can't kill the big bad.
But I mean, Magic Man, I thought you were like a no-kill person. Kill the king, then does that go against your like no-kill person thing?
You all right?
I mean, we want to stop the system. It's got to be a different way, in which violence is not the answer. Or at least,
I'm thinking we break the axe.
maybe that's a possibility too, but the axe will reset once everything's said and done, but it won't overload the system. Right? We've got a commercial time.
Yeah, just hit commercial. It started at we break the axe. see, Tom. Honestly, these help because I feel like this has given you the opportunity to cook a little bit.
You guys honestly don't. Yeah. There's nothing. He used. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Just cook
You
on
don't
it.
ever remember the axe breaking.
Okay.
Never remembers the axe breaking.
I feel like if anyone could do it, it may be Buck.
Well, yeah, because I'm just thinking that, like, if we're needing to shut the system down, all we do is complete the game. The next person just completes the game, and the game just keeps running and over and over and over and over again. But we need to shut the system down, so we have to do something that possibly would cause it to crash. for there not to be an end stage or something of that nature that would cause it to freeze up, crash, whatever.
Okay, so we are back.
So, like, if we can cause it to crash, I think that's the way we shut the system down. It's like in the last one, it was very, very easy. We knew turn the power off. That is pretty easy. But here, like, there's no power. Like, the king is the power, but is he really the power? Like,
But by breaking the loop, of defeating the big bad, and allowing the big bad to live, I'm in my head it is by leaving the big bad alive, you are breaking the point in the loop where we win the game, and then the loop continues, but it doesn't know what to continue to, thus crashing the game.
That's what I was hoping. That's
okay. And throwing in, killing the king is just kind of
Io wouldn't want to do that because, like, he is Buddhist and all life is sacred. And Tank is very right. He corrected me as the player who was accidentally going down the wrong road.
So you guys trying to break the axe?
No. Watch this. So let's pick up. I have a great idea. Let's pick up from. Let's try. What about breaking the axe? That was Red saying it.
Yeah.
I got a follow up to that. So just pick.
What if we broke the axe?
But is that going to end the cycle? If we need to shut it down, we need to like overload the system or something. And then I look back out into that huge field of landmines, and I go, "Hey, Buck, how much damage does those landmines do? What, like 100 points or something? How many hit points is that, boss?"
I mean, I know that. Billy has got to go through trial after trial, typically, to be able to make it. Anyone who attempts that skip,
I'm just saying, there's only one way to get through that minefield, by bouncing through, and we did it. Only one. What happens in every other way? You end up in the minefield, bouncing all over the place, or do you just like bounce through? What happens? What if we threw the boss into the minefield? Or the axe? How much explosions would it take to... And I pause for a... Tank's going to pause for a minute. He goes, okay, so I played Crash Kart 12 all the time, and I love Rainbow Highway. My favorite action was to always use the blue hammer and smash the lead guy. All right, so I did nerd out. And you could get enough hammer action going on that you could shut the highway down. So that's what I'm thinking.
I'm going to look at the file that contains the icon of the mine to see how much calculated damage it does. And then I'm going to look at the stats on the axe
and see if it has like a durability.
What variables of the durability of the axe are set.
Because if it's infinity, the axe is indestructible. If there's anything indestructible, we throw it into that minefield. Like if the king is indestructible, you just pow, 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 bounce around. If NPCs are indestructible, we can just keep throwing them in there until they bounce around and the system shuts down.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll to look at the mines and the axe.
That was the roll for the mines. I'll do the fades right after.
Okay.
Since there are two different dice pools.
Also, I have to say, I love Rainbow Highway. That's so good.
Crash Kart 12, Rainbow Highway.
These are my fade rolls.
Okay.
Because every time I use the Oracle, I have to resist fade. Resisted all the fade. And I got 6 on the mines, 5 on the axe.
Okay. The mines do 2,025 damage per explosion.
Okay.
The axe. The axe has 2026.
I'm going to do Tuba's suggestion, which is an awesome suggestion, by the way. And I'm going to edit the mine's variable for how much damage it outputs.
Okay.
And we're just going to make the mine. This is an edit file, which is a different dice pool. We're going to edit the mine to where they will definitely destroy that axe.
Okay.
Well, would the purpose not to be to destroy the axe, but just
I'm into mines in general. Like we want a lot of explosions. That's what
Yes.
yours. Right.
yeah, we want the system to be having lots of explosions and slow it down or maybe crash the system because
Right.
it's processing too much information.
Not editing the objects. I am editing the class that the objects are instanced off of.
So, I mean, if you
All
really
of
want now, Matt's taking a step out of character for a moment. If you really want to challenge the CPU that's running this, you'll make the damage that the landmines do something that requires an exponential calculation so that it has to constantly do math on top of math.
Oh.
So each time it blows up, it has to do another math equation.
I'm going to add a recursive function to it.
There you go. That's all you really have to do is slap on a little extra math, and then all of a sudden it's got to work harder.
So you're installing Windows 3.0.
That's right.
on-
Yeah.
You're installing Windows 3.0 or
Windows XP, where it just lost its own CD drive. Just one day it just tells you it can't find it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know where that's at.
Okay.
New yesterday.
Go ahead and give me the electronics roll.
So
Really?
this is my roll for the electronics, 4 successes.
Okay. All right.
You guys, I'm so sorry. We're about to destroy his axe, and he just popped in.
What just popped in?
Oh,
Billy?
Berserker.
Oh no,
Oh no!
it's the end boss.
We're playing your
The
video
end boss
game.
has finally showed up. We've got to defeat Billy Berserker before it's too late.
Okay. You throwing the axe into the mines?
After the editing has been done.
Yeah, once I finish the editing, add the recursive function. I'm gonna try to overload the program and cause it to crash.
I'm gonna stare out over the cliff, look down at the axe, and just say, "I was worthy," and then chuck it in.
I'm gonna grab it before it moves. No. Pull back. Okay, when you're gonna aim for that axe over there, you're gonna aim for that landmine, and you can see if you're just your arm's gotta be straight. Follow it straight. When it hits, it's gonna come back over to this guy, to that guy, that guy, that. And I'm like, you that one right there. When you throw it, you gotta throw high. Make sure to get that nice curve where the head of the axe starts behind your shoulder. And like, because I have 7 dice in athletics, I'm gonna give Buck team bonus of +2. I'd say crucially watch him throw stuff while the master of throwing is sitting right here. Go, Buck, go.
No, hang on. Since I know that it has differed between my attempts, I want to try to hand the axe over to Tank.
No, you're the chosen one.
I just want to see if Tank can hold it.
Did you say that part out loud?
Yeah, no, I know now that I am worthy. I just want to see if you could take up the mantle.
All right.
Can you be the berserker?
I'm gonna take the axe, and if it doesn't feel heavy, I'm gonna make a con roll to pretend it's heavy and unwieldy for me. Is it heavy?
Are we having a Thor moment? Is that what we're
I am. Remember Captain America when he tried to jiggle it? He's, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because I want him to throw the axe.
You grab it
Yeah.
and it disappears.
I look to Buck.
and shows back up. Yeah, you grab it. It shows back up in the stone. It goes back to the stone.
I look back to Buck and I go, truly I am not worthy. But you are. Alright, again, you're gonna throw.
All right, I'm going back over to go grab the axe while still listening to Tank.
And I know he's not paying attention, but I keep on talking and like.
And I'm gonna try to logic it out one more time.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wow.
You are the chosen one.
I might be the chosen one, you guys.
I have 2 edge, and I'm going. No, I have no edge. I have 1 edge. I have 1 edge, and I'm going to give it to Buck. And because I'm aiding him, I want him to have 2 more dice to this throwing attempt. So there we go. I've helped out.
Give me an athletics roll.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so modifier on. Athletics roll. 5 hits.
Okay. You hit the mine you want to hit. You see the mine explode. And the axe is destroyed but reforms right afterwards. And then it bounces to another one and repeats the process. However, as it keeps happening, you notice this just because you can see it. You can see the instability in the air. You can see, if you look out to the edge, you can see pixels forming. And some pixels turning black. As it keeps going, things start to get a little bit weird. Tank's clothing goes transparent. Buck, you have to spit the manure out again.
No, you're really making me do it.
As the memory gets corrupted, and recovers something that shouldn't, and recovers something from earlier. You just see glitches like that start to form, until just everything freezes.
Including
and you
all
wake
of
up.
Oh.
That's the end of the stream. And that's the end of the game. You wake up. As you wake up, you see your bank account is now 7,000 million richer.
He gets up from his seated posture where he was sitting cross-legged in the middle of his empty room, near an optical stack that he was contacting, and he just says, "I think they'll do." And that's the last thing he says.
And that is the end of the story. Be back next week, where we figure out how it continues.
Um, I'm so sorry that I just now came up with anything. Why not like terabyte tank and bite buck or something like that? That's just all I want. Just cute little digital nicknames.
Who's to say? Who's to say that that is not out there on the zeitgeist? Because nobody really knows who jammed those simulations into the ultraviolet. They could have just simply jammed them into the UV host to get a better experience. Like, you know, hackers rebooting, like hackers getting a hold of World of Warcraft before the Burning Crusade, so they can play their own games. You know, they reinstalled an old version of Billy Berserker in King Arthur's court.
We were just cheat codes.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat like exploits in the system. I love that. Oh, that's really sweet.
But again, next week, now that Io knows he can trust them, we will properly address the end of Raptor.
Yeah.
And the introduction of Io to the actual team. Even though it feels
I won't be here next week.
Okay, then we will deal with
do like the Death of Raptor, he's dead anyways, you know, and stuff like that. But I will be at Adepticon, which I hope to see people at, because Adepticon's going to be awesome. We're going to be doing a lot of Battletech and stuff like that at Adepticon. I'll be running both Alpha Strike tournaments, Classic and Classic tournaments.
Very, very. Anybody else want to throw anything else out there?
I'll toss out, check out Shadows of Nox Twitch channel. We've got a couple different shows, and we also do a Twitch. Twitch.tv/Shadows of Nox, and we do a Shadowrun game that regularly connects up with this stream. And that things that happen here or happen there do make their way into here. Especially when Buck needs to be rescued.
You are really just loving the fact that I turned that liver back on, aren't you?
No, I'm not loving that fact. I'm just, okay, I just had to finish it off.
Ooh.
Max?
Well, we already own Rough Magic. Hey, Rough Magic, come check it out. We do games online as well as in your local area. If you're in if you're in Chicago or Jacksonville. Oh, we picked up a new one. What was it? I don't remember. Anyways, come check out Rough Magic. We're awesome. Link in the text down there. Link over there. That's it.
No, very fair. And like I said up at the top, everybody go get Frosty. Because I've been spending days and nights getting Frosty. Go check out both 11 Bits Kickstarter, which they are doing phenomenally. We have also broken our goal. If I can find our link right here to come along and play the RPG. I mean, I know that if you're following Rough Magic, you probably kind of like RPGs. Maybe just like a little bit. Imagine one where you are effective mercenaries in this desolate, snowy world that if you know Frostpunk, then I guarantee you've already spent at least a couple hundred hours. I'm up to 300. And those are rookie numbers for some of y'all.
Yeah, I'm at 700 hours in that game.
Every single time I talk to someone and I think that I'm bragging, I hear a number that is over double mine.
Sorry, I'm not. You know, I like the game more than
No,
you
it's
like the game.
It's a really good game.
It's a really good game. Like I try playing the good guys and be like good people and try to be nice, and then I go down the other route where it's like all just survival of the fittest, and then or maybe it's a mix where we're going to do good things and have a religion, or bad things and have a religion, or anyways, play the game. It's fun.
Billy, stop.
Billy, man, 930 hours. You.
Oh my goodness. You know, I kind of just want to give you the PDFs. Like, at this point, I feel like you earned it.
Right.
But they are not finished yet. But otherwise, if we don't have anything else, then potentially not next week. Next week may be a recording if enough people are out, just because con season.
Yeah.
But
Start back up.
otherwise, it'll either be next week or the one right after that. But we'll be back
But it'll be here on Rough Magic.
right here on Rough Magic. We'll see you guys next time.